Greetings, Voyagers. Well, there are used vinyl latex gloves all over the parking lot. I used to worry about seeing used condoms in the parking lots, and now it's used latex gloves, and they're everywhere. I'm at the supermarket. I'm at Market Basket in Salem. I just stocked up on some supplies. Disinfecting wipes, gloves. There's another glove down there. It's a sign of our times, my friends. It's a sad sign. And let's hope it ends soon. But the news today is we haven't seen the worst of it yet. And that's pretty bad. I know. Well, you know, we used to worry about seeing used condoms in the parking lots, and this is worse. But
now people leave those for someone else to have to pick up, and then they get sick.
Well, I think the virus doesn't last too long in the air. I think the virus will probably die in several hours, right?
Yeah, a couple nights.
Yeah.
12 is the last night, or 12 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's on.
Yeah. So, I just had a disturbing experience down at the Salem Willows. We were down there having lunch and parked by the beach. The beach is still open. Some of the beaches are closed around. I went up to Manchester by the Sea yesterday just to take a drive. I needed to drive around to recharge the house battery. And Singing Beach, which is one of the most beautiful beaches you'll ever want to see, it's closed, even to the residents. The playgrounds are closed. The city park, the town park, I should say, Masconomo Park is closed. Anyway, we were down there trying to have lunch at the Salem Willows, and some guy pulled in, a middle-aged guy, next to us. He has his window open. He's sneezing and sniffling and sneezing real loud. And he's got his window open. Then he starts coughing, this really deep, horrible cough. He's coughing up junk. He's spitting it out. And this went on for about a half an hour. I finally had to leave, but on the way out, I yelled at him. I said, "Go home and stay home, you freaking moron." And he said, "What? What are you talking about?" "I don't know what you're talking about." I called the police. And they said, "Well, I don't think we can respond to that, but we'll check on it." I said, "This guy needs a strong warning. He's spreading contagion." So I don't know if there's anything the police can do about it, but I gave him a good yelling at. I doubt that it will work. This guy seemed like some kind of a sociopath, like he's determined to make people sick. So is that bioterrorism? I think it might be. I've seen reports where people have spat upon someone and said, "Now you're infected," and they're being charged with biological terror because the virus is a biological weapon. It can be used as a biological agent. So things are getting strange. I don't recognize the social landscape anymore. I can't travel anywhere. All the campgrounds, all the parks, hotels, motels, restaurants, taverns, bars, everything's closed. And I've seen reports from other van dwellers that the BLM is closing all the camping out west. National parks are closed, state parks, national forests. There's no camping anywhere. And so we're stuck in place. And that's okay with me as long as the police don't harass us about parking overnight. I've tried a couple of other parking spots in Salem that I hadn't used before, and so far they haven't bothered us. So we may be able to stick it out. But if the cops start getting on our case about we can't stay overnight or park anywhere, I may have to go to Maine. I may have to go to my place in Maine. We wouldn't have any other choice. I don't have any heat or electricity or water up there. There is a spring that gushes pure spring water, like Poland Springs water. We're not that far, actually, geographically from the Poland Springs. So the spring water around there is excellent. And it just comes gushing up out of the ground through a pipe. So I can get water. I can set up the outside tent, the shower tent, so we can shower. I have an outhouse. 30 miles away is a Walmart and a Hannaford supermarket, is drugstores. So I think we could survive up there, but it's still really cold. It's like last night it got down to 32 degrees. Today's daytime temperature never got above 41, and it's windy. It's just, this is April 1st. It's a cold spring. I can remember not too many years ago, I was up in Maine working on a house in the middle of March, and it was sunny and warm, and I got a sunburn on my face. But there's still 8 inches of snow up there. I couldn't even get up my driveway if I tried to go up there right now. Yeah, these are challenging times, very challenging times. Time we will remember for sure. Our children and our grandchildren will remember this, if they survive. So, I wanna shower. It's been 4 days since we showered in the van. I know that we can do it. It's an awful lot of work. It's very difficult. It's messy, but it can be done. And I want to do it. I was hoping to do it today, but it's so damn cold out. And we're not going to see any warm weather for another 5 days. So tomorrow, I'm just going to have to do it. We're just going to have to suffer and get it done. And of course, we have to do it where we can't be seen in public. And I got to dump the empty wash water in a place where no one's going to be walking. Yep, these are challenging times for sure. But we will get through this. I'm sure that we'll get through this. My son is asymptomatic. I don't take him into the supermarkets with me when we go anywhere. And I should be getting better real soon because my doctor told me that if I've been experiencing these transient symptoms, these mild symptoms for 3 weeks, he says, then you're most likely going to get better. He said that, people who get really sick usually get sick within 2 to 5 days of the onset of symptoms. So I don't yet know whether I actually had the virus or not. I'm not going to get tested. I'm going to wait until this wave crashes, till it crests, washes over us, and the worst is behind us. Then I'll think about getting tested to see whether I had the virus or not, because it would be important to know that. Because I may have had some other virus instead of the corona, and that would leave me still vulnerable to the coronavirus. But I don't think so. I think I got it. I think I got a mild case, and I beat it. So far, anyway. But anyway, the doctor said if it gets worse, call us. But he seemed pretty confident that I'm going to be okay. So that's real good news. The bad news is that the cannabis stores are selling only medical marijuana. They're not selling any recreational. They're not allowed to. And that's too bad. My son needs it for his medical condition, and he is a medical marijuana patient, but we let his card expire because it costs $150 to have the doctor renew your certification, and since it's recreational, we just didn't see the point. and spending $150 when we could just walk down the street and get it without it. But I don't know. I got enough to last for a little while. There's still no alcohol in the stores. They're rationing toilet paper to one per customer. Toilet paper and paper towels, one per customer. Still haven't found any alcohol. We still got some hand sanitizer. And I had some baby wipes that are just wet wipes. They're not antibacterial. But I had a little bit of alcohol left in a bottle. I poured it in. So, and I did manage while we were on the road on the way back from Arizona when this whole coronavirus thing started making its way into the news. I bought some, I was in a Walmart out west somewhere, and they didn't have any antibacterial wipes. They were sold out, but I did get some. I found some in boxes, little boxes, so I still have a supply of that. So, yeah, crazy. This is crazy. I hope you all are doing well. Just keep hanging in there. Just practice these sanitation measures. Stay 6 feet away and all that. And maybe we'll get through this without it getting too much worse. So, that's a wrap for today, folks. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do any editing. It's been cloudy and rainy. I can't use my solar panel to recharge the battery, the house battery, so I can't use my laptop. And the forecast is it's going to continue to be cloudy and rainy for the next 4 or 5 days. I don't know when I'll be able to use the solar panel again. So we'll just have to see. And I don't want to be driving around for 3 or 4 hours a day just to charge up the house battery. Although the price of gasoline is $1.95. I can't remember when we saw gasoline under $2 a gallon. It's got to be probably 15 years ago or more. So that's good. That's the Saudis. The Saudis are trying to knock the Russians out of the oil market, so they're underselling them. So there's all kinds of craziness going on. I also got a message from the Department of Transitional Assistance. Our food stamps, our SNAP benefits are set to increase because of the coronavirus. So that helps. Every little bit helps, and we should be getting those stimulus checks in another 2 or 3 weeks. That's all. It's going to be all good. Woo! Be well. Take care, my friends. Peace. And out.